Okay, so following the game, I put a post up about how I wasn't freaking out about the Vancouver Canucks situation, and that I don't think that it merits firing GMs or coaches or anything like that right now. I spoke about very little time by the Canucks coaching to get this situation fixed with practice and video time. They have had a horrendous schedule and they just haven't, I believe, just have not had the time to get down and like they need a few days to go through some of this stuff. And I'll talk a little bit more about some glaring things I'm seeing. Okay, so this is, let me preface all this by saying first that Quinn Hughes is the best Vancouver Canuck offensive defenseman the Canucks have ever had in their history. I've looked at all the numbers and I followed them going back for a long time. So um, we never had a guy, we never had drafted or had anybody in their prime like this. We've had some good defensemen over the years that could put up numbers, but nothing like what this guy's capable of. So I just want to say that before I start digging into some of this information. Okay, so you can see the graphic that I've put up there. He's leading the league in points with 15, but he's a minus 10 in plus minus rating. By comparison on the team, Nate Schmidt, who logs the same amount of minutes, about 22 minutes a game, is a plus 3. Alex Edler's a 0. Myers is even a 0. Jordy Ben is a plus 3. Overall, Hughes ranks second last in the league in D-men in plus minus, 245th, and he ranks 718th, second last in the league in the entire league in plus minus. Now, his numbers are really stand out compared to the rest of the team. Yeah, Adam Gaudette is another issue too, but we'll look at that. Most of the guys are, minus 6 is a Besser. The big line -5 is Miller. Yeah, we've seen the turnover problems, but Quinn's pushing too hard, and Quinn has to change some of his game to adapt so that he's not a liability out there. Just a couple of quick more comparisons. Jeff Petrie is a plus 13, and he's got 13 points. Cale Makar is a plus 9 with 12 points. So don't kid yourself if you think that the Canuck management or the Canuck coaching staff hasn't noticed this. And if he isn't even aware, he's probably aware. And the sky's the limit. The guy's too smart. He can change this, but first of all, they're going to need to practice. They're going to need to practice on successive days, look at video. They're going to have to look at ways to build from the goalie out without these long stretch passes or trying to skate it out of the zone, which seems to be Quinn's thing. He skates it out a lot of times and he's turned it over on those skate outs. If you're passing the puck through the neutral zone and it's too far and the players are too spread out and it gets turned over, guys are too spread out to be able to pull back and recover from that mistake. So that can all be fixed. And like I said, I believe that just talking to the kid, helping him, he'll focus on that because he's super smart. He'll change some things in his game and he can still be effective. He'll put up points in the power play, but he's got to fix the plus minus. It's like, hey, I mean, that is what it is. It's really glaring. So, as people always wonder why Gaudette is, gets taken out of the lineup, sat, brought back in. Well, guess what? I pulled out some of the numbers on him. And, okay, so the centerman on the team, PD is a plus, or he's a -2. Horvat is a -4. And Gaudette is a -7. But here's the kicker. PD, Horvat are on the ice for 18, 19 minutes. Gaudette is only out there for 9 minutes. And Beagle is a plus. Gaudette's plus minus stands out compared to the rest, and his ice time is limited. So that is a big, big problem. He's going to need to keep working on that as well. The Canuck problems are team defensive situation is fixable. And as I said before, they just need time. They need a break. They haven't had one. They haven't had one to tweak and actually go through these. You can tell kids what you want them to do when they're young players. But when they get behind really fast, or the system that they're supposed to be playing breaks down really fast, they don't go back to it. They start panicking and changing what they're doing, and this is what I believe is happening. They need to work through this. They need to work through it in practice, going over and over and over. And coaches can say, "See, this is how it works. This is how it works. This is how we get a goal behind. We get a goal behind. That's all right. We stick to the system, and the system will grind it out." I do not believe the Canucks can be successful against the best teams in this division with wide open, loosey-goosey hockey. They have to tighten it up, and it all starts from their end and it works out and tight through the neutral zone with short passes and not stretching it out too much. Have a good one.